What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Collecting and Hobbies, or Collecting and Hobbies Maximum. That's my new channel, where it's going to be a little bit different. It's basically the same, but I'll be doing more frequent reviews and not worried so much about statistics, analytics, and stuff. Waiting, so don't screw up. Or if you upload too many videos too fast, then it kind of screws up your analytics, and your other videos don't get promoted, and then you get lower views. So I'm trying not to worry about that. So, Evil-Lyn, she is one of the first wave figures for the Masters of the Universe Walmart exclusive line, or at least as of right now, they're Walmart exclusives. Modern posing retro play, Evil-Lyn, Evil Warrior Goddess. And this looks pretty much identical to the original packaging of this figure back in 1983. And that's kind of the whole point. So it appeals to both collectors and to the younger audience who want to play with toys. So here's the back of the packaging. Turn into powerful battle positions. In other words, heavily articulated so you can put them in battle positions. Fit crystal ball in the hand. Includes comic book, just like the old ones did. Evil-Lyn wields frightening magic, making her both Skeletor's greatest ally and his worst enemy. And if you look closely, there's some kind of lizard man or something, some kind of guy there. So he might, keyword M-I-G-H-T, might be in the line later on. They did say look closely at the packaging, because the figures or the characters you see in the artwork are there for a reason. But he just might be this background guy, because I don't remember anybody looking like that in the original comic books, or the original figures. Okay, so we got Wave 1, He-Man, Teela, Man-at-Arms, Beastman, Evil-Lyn, and Skeletor. So, I've already reviewed Beastman, Trapjaw from Wave 2, and, who else? I've already reviewed Teela, Beastman, and Trapjaw. That's it. So, this will be my fourth review. And yes, for the most part, as I can show you right now, she's basically just Teela in different colors with a different head. So, and a different accessory. So, let's get her open. I will say, check the paint on these, because there's been the first one that I ordered online. It looked 99% or, almost perfect, but the main thing was her outfit was bleeding over too much into her skin. Here's the comic book. All the Wave 1 figures come with this exact same comic book. However, there is a variation to the comic book, a couple of them actually. The way that the print is, this is thicker and more bold. There's also a version that's thinner and lighter colored, and you can see He-Man's ear more, and it looks kind of funny looking. So they did do a reprint, I guess. They fixed it to make it look more aesthetically pleasing. Look better, in other words. And on the back, there's the same thing as on the back of the packaging. And again, the back of this, on the foreign versions, the ones that aren't distributed in America, have the a lot of copyright information on the bottom third. They're still there on the back, but they don't say new for 20, and they're not as big. And also, the foreign versions don't have titles on the front, and they don't have any bubbles, with text or words or whatever on the inside. So this is an American version. Now, my Beastman I did order on Walmart.com, the American website, and he came with the foreign packaging, and so check out that review if you missed it, because it is possible to get one. And there have been a couple of reports, not very many, but there have been a couple of reports where that happened in the store too. I believe she is rubber banded in. Yes, she is. She's rubber banded in around her arms. There we go. That was simple. And then she's got her weapon taped in on the plastic. This is wrapped up real tight. I'm going to pause it for a second while I unwrap this, because it's going to take a minute. Okay, so these scissors, they're good for cutting like hard stuff, that's hard to cut, but they're not real good for like little items. They're not very sharp, so to speak. So here's the magic wand that she comes with. Now, the original figure came in 1983 with the same kind of wand, but it glowed in the dark. It was made out of glow-in-the-dark plastic. It didn't reference that on the packaging. It was just a surprise that you kind of got if you figured it out. But from what I've heard, this does not do that. It does not glow in the dark. I will try it after the video, and if I'll put it in there at the end if it actually works. If I don't put anything on the end, it's because it doesn't glow. Okay, so again, this is just Teela. They don't have any waist, they have waist articulation, but they don't have the spring that makes them, when you twist them, and then they, do the power punch like the old ones used to. So, that is for posability purposes, because they're now super articulated. And let's talk about the articulation right now. So she has 2 joints here, 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26. And I was wrong about Trapjaw. He has 26 points of articulation as well. So just for clarification, they pretty much all do, I think. I don't know that because this is only my 4th one. But this is actually the first one that I ordered, is Evil-Lyn and Teela. Because at the time that I ordered them, when they first came out, the females were the ones that were in low quantity. So let's see if we can get her to stand, because I'm pretty sure that Teela was standing in my Beastman review, but for some odd reason, I can't get Teela to stand up for anything hardly. I had her posed in an action pose. These are very hard. Well, there we go. They are very difficult to stand up because their feet are so small, and the angle from the articulation, but mainly it's because of the surface area. They're so small, and compared to the rest of the figure, it's just got too much weight for it. But all right. So again, she's got ankle rockers right here. The articulation. She's got the joint that moves, upwards and backwards. She's got a boot cut swivel on both sides. She's got the hinge and swivel at the knees. Wow. So this was kind of what's going on here. Exactly. Oh, wow. Wait a minute. Well, that's weird. I believe, okay, so either this is turned around or it's got the wrong leg. Let me see here. I don't know if it's turned around too much or if they actually put two right legs on this figure. Okay, so now her boot's backwards. And now her foot. There we go. I think. Wow, that's very odd. I think this foot is. Okay, I wasn't counting on this because, of course, you saw as I just opened it. This foot. Wait a minute. Okay, it's supposed to be the other direction then. It's supposed to be this way. Like that. Okay. There we go. For a minute there, I was kind of freaking out, thinking I have to call Walmart, say, hey, I got a messed up figure. This is very odd. There we go. Okay, anyway. Partially because these pieces, they all come apart because they're supposed to intermingle with the Masters of the WWE Universe figures. And I'm not 100% convinced. Well, I didn't get the wrong leg on this side. I don't know. But anyway, for articulation, she gets a really high kick up. Well, very high. They kick way better than the men. I mean, way better. Look at that. Like halfway up to 90 degrees there. But, okay, as you can see, her wrists go in and out. This is the way that she's packaged. And you swivel around. The arms actually come off. The hands come off. The head comes off. The waist detaches. Okay, I had to make a cut. Somebody came in the room. I wasn't expecting that. But anyway, so yeah, she detaches. Okay, you could technically take these apart if you were to heat it up and pull them out, just like any figure with the heat trick, boiling water and being real careful. The legs are not made to be taken off, but just like a Power Ranger or anything else, they're on the ball sockets. By the way, she does a complete 100% full split very easily. And again, they also detach at the waist. You can pull their arms out, you can pull their hands out, you can pull their head off. But I'm not doing any of that because that just loosens things up, and I don't want my figure to be falling apart. So it is possible to do that. I had Tila's arm pop off on me a minute ago when I was trying to stand her up. So that was the first time that ever happened. But I've had her for about a month. It's the first time her arm popped off. But anyway, difficult to stand, very posable, highly articulated, 26 points of articulation. The paint job, this looks basically almost identical to the original figure. And I might put in a picture of the original figure if I remember. But it's basically, it's almost identical to the original. Even the paint on her face looks a lot like it. I'll get as close up there. Come on. There we go. That's pretty good. But anyway, see, zoom in a little better. There we go. But you can customize these guys or girls or whatever pretty well. There's a lot you can do with these things. Here's a good look at her hat. The main difference between her and the cartoon version, she didn't have yellow skin. She had pale skin and like pale white. And her hat was a little bit different, didn't have a skull in it. This part was black, but she had purple boots. And this part was more like a crisscross design instead of the Teela design. Yeah, but she's a nice looking figure. What I was saying before, the original one that I got, her the paint detail of her outfit was bleeding in almost like went all the way to that arm socket, and it just didn't look good. So I decided to keep that one in package, and you won't notice it unless you look on the side. So, but I didn't want to display that one open. So let's go on to her accessory. It's just one little thing. It should fit in either hand quite. It is very thick compared to their hand, though. It's pretty thick. So it's going to stretch out that hand a little bit. But yeah, she does hold it fine. Definitely a tight fit. Now I'll try the glow-in-the-dark thing just in case, and I'll come back. So it does not glow in the dark at all. It does not have that feature. Unfortunately, that's kind of a bummer. But especially since the Wave 2 figures, Scare Glow, the whole entire figure glows like very brightly. Especially if you put an ultraviolet light on it, charge it up that way. And the Undertaker from the Masters of the WWE Universe, he actually glows too. So they have been incorporating that in, but unfortunately they just didn't get it into the first wave. So I've actually been thinking about seeing if I can, my original figures are actually back at my parents' house where I grew up, which is on the other side of the country. So I've been thinking about not only that, her original staff is a little bit thinner than this, and it fit in her hand better. I've been thinking about trying to find another one like on eBay or something. But supposedly, some of these do not glow in the dark, even in the old ones. They were original glow in the dark when they first came out, and then when they re-released her, I think in '85, a couple years later, they didn't glow anymore. So you need to contact the seller and ask them if it's a glow-in-the-dark first, just to be on the safe side. So that's about it for Evil-Lyn. Here's Teela once again. As you can see, they're basically the same thing. They're just different colors, just like the originals. So I guess I'll see you guys on the next review, and thanks again for watching.